What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today we are going to try to do a quick differential fluid change. I was driving the car and it was even louder in regards to the whine coming from the back, and I'm pretty sure it's a differential. So we're going to try to change this fluid real quick, but before we do that, let's see if we can get a cold start. All right, family, I don't know if y'all can see me or not, but this is the whine that I'm referring to. Right there. So, it's right around 2,000 RPM is when I hear it. So we'll see if the fluid change does anything for it, all right? All right, family, so we got the car jacked up in regards to changing the differential fluid. So I just broke loose the I guess the fuel plug, which is going to be right here. You can see that tag hanging down that says limited slip lube only. I watched Yellow Vet 04's video, and he said to make sure you can break that loose first, and that way, this one right here, and that way when you need to, if you, let's say you get off your drain plug and then you can't fill it up, now your fluid is gone and there's nothing that you can do. So it's a great idea. I made sure that I broke that loose first. Let's see. Yeah, so as you can see, it's turning. And so now I'm going to just go ahead and break loose my drain plug. However, I think mine looks different than everyone else's. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that. That looks to be my drain plug right there. And I thought everyone else mentioned that theirs was a hex as well. So, yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna take it off and see what comes out, I guess. Something's different. I'm gonna go ahead and get this changed and see what happens. All right. For those with a similar setup to myself that needed to use an actual socket as opposed to just a hex key, I had to use a 19mm socket in order to get that off, and again, it came off super easy, probably too easy. So I'm gonna use this, I wanna see what it looks like. So I have this ooh, look how dark that is. So I think we have a problem. You can see how dark that is. And my drain plug. You can see the drain plug is crazy. Anyway, look at this. You can see sludge on top of that. Look how thick that is. And it's all over here. So I'm trying to see if there is any like metal or if it's just straight. See, now that felt like metal, so we may be in trouble. We may need a new rear end. That feels like a piece of metal right there. So, when I got this car, it was already making that sound. So there's no telling how long it was like that. And I mean, I probably waited too long myself. I got it in October. Of course, I haven't driven it over the winter, but anyway, I'm gonna clean up this drain plug and we'll see. I mean, we'll put the new fluid back in and see what it does. All right, folks, so we got the drain plug nice and clean. The washer nice and clean. And so I'm cleaning up here, and I put my finger inside of here, and I can feel metal all in there. Look at that. See that lump right there? Metal. That is metal. Look at it standing up from my finger. That sucks. That, you know, when you buy a used car and I got it cheap, you never know what you're gonna get. So anyway, well, might as well go ahead and put it back on. All right, so as you guys can see, the discoloration, I don't know if that's from the metal or what. I wanted to put it into a container that I could be, that it's open, that I could see, and then I'll pour it into something. But yeah, so I just took off the drain plug for the fill plug, and we'll go ahead and get it put back in. Well, let's go ahead and put this fluid back in. All right, family, so we got the fluid back in. Somebody told me to go buy an electronic pump and a little fuel pump and some positive and negative leads, and that way I can have like an electronic pump. And in my head, I was like, I am not doing all that. That is silly. It's a waste of money, blah, 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 blah. I should have done it. I don't know how to hook it up or do that, so I wouldn't have, but it would have saved me a lot of time. Anyway, so as you can see, it is full and it's leaking out just a bit, so I know it's like super full. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my plug back in. I cleaned that off as well, as much as I could. All right, family, so I know it's dark. I know you guys can probably barely see me, but we found out the problem. So I changed the differential fluid and I found metal shavings inside. So the gears are probably going to be bad. And so I'm going to need new gears. So the torque tube is going to be expensive as well. So I guess I'm kind of happy that it's not the torque tube, but I don't want to get just some used differential and have the same problem. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go inside and look stuff up. I'm about to drive the car around with the new fluid in it to see if it makes a difference. Someone on Facebook mentioned that it took their car a while for it to for the differential fluid to kind of set in and for it to stop that whine. I don't think mine is going to stop the whine, just because I found metal shavings. So that tells me that I need to fix the rear end, and then maybe I'll be fine. So yeah, we'll go for a drive and we'll see how bad it is. All right. So I can still hear it already, and I haven't even gotten that far from my house. So again, we're gonna need a rear end. Hopefully I can find somebody to do it for cheap or for a decent price. That didn't work out, but I'm glad now I don't have to take it to Chevy to figure out what the problem is. It could be another problem, don't get me wrong, but I at least know that that is one of the problems, so I'll start there. So you guys can see that it's just as loud. I wonder if it's going to get quieter, but those rear gears are definitely going to be needed. I appreciate you guys joining along on this journey. So we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep, you know, getting this car right. All right. Appreciate you guys for watching. You guys have a wonderful night.